I'm Amy.
And I'm Paul.
And we're Mazes on the Move. We recently retired. I was a teacher, a reading teacher.
I worked for Procter & Gamble for 27 years.
But we've always loved to camp. So we started camping in tents when our boys were little. I wasn't a big fan of that. So we ended up getting a pop-up. We got a small pop-up from Paul's parents.
Had the family discount on that one, which
Yeah.
allowed us to be able to afford it.
Right. And we had that for a lot of years. And then we upgraded and got a pop-up that was a little bit larger and had a bathroom in it. So that was really fancy. I think it even might have had a shower in it.
It did. It had a shower, air conditioning.
Yeah. So we had that when our boys were younger. And, you know, going camping with your kids is a great gift. I think that you can give them to love the outdoors and have fun. And it was also something affordable that we could do because we didn't have a whole lot of money for a lot of extra activities, even though having a vacation every year was always important to us. So then later on, as our kids got older, we ended up, again, getting another family discount from Paul's parents on a wonderful camper. It was a 30-foot
it's a
Jayco trailer, excuse me. And we kept that out at the river. And we did that for a couple of years at least.
Like 6 years, I think.
Yeah.
It was a while. Had a golf cart. It was fun. Like having a little cabin, redneck style.
Right. We did. We had a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Made a lot of friends. Some of them that we still hang out with today. So that was a real blessing at that time. And a fun thing to do. You know, I even did church out there.
Yeah.
We would have church out there. And I would do Sunday school after. And it was so much fun. So that was some good years and good times. We've had lots of good times camping with friends. And lots of crazy adventures too.
Yeah.
So, we sold that 30-foot camper, and because our son was going off to college, and we were traveling around, we had a couple of grandsons at that time, and we wanted to see them more, and we just weren't spending the time at the river that we thought we would. So we ended up selling it, and then I started missing it. And Paul over here has mowed lawns for years. He doesn't do that anymore, but he did it for years just to have some extra fun money. And he had this, how big is that trailer?
6 by 12.
6 by 12, yeah. I have posted a video of it so you can look at it. We were coming home from Ole Miss, actually, Oxford, Mississippi. And I was like, do you think you could turn that trailer that you have for your lawnmower into a camper? And if you know my husband, that's all you have to do is mention something once. I have to be really careful about things that I ask for. So he did. COVID came along and allowed us more time at home. And he built it. We call it the Tramper or the Glamper, whatever you want to call it. It's loads of fun. It's incredibly comfortable. And we still love it today. So we still have that. But we took a really long trip in it. You want to talk about that?
The first trip we took was Nashville, is it Mammoth Cave National Park, I think?
Yeah.
And probably somewhere else. So then we decided, let's go further. Let's see how far we can go. So then Amy being... what is that, home and garden show or one of them women's shows, you know, that has the Ray Drummond and the cooking, and she said, I want to go see that, the Pioneer Woman. I said, sure, let's go. So we took
and Joanna Gaines. So
Joanna Gaines down in Waco.
Yeah.
And so we took that trip and wound up down in Lake Charles, Louisiana. We actually went all the way to the Gulf of Louisiana. And you may have seen the short. The mosquitoes down there are very mean. I would suggest going in the winter time, but we had a great time. Went to New Orleans. I think we traveled about 2,700 miles on that trip. But we also realized that, like, due to the humidity in New Orleans, our little homemade camper just wasn't set up for that. So we bought the Casita. We weren't really planning on it. We really loved our tramper, but we decided we really like camping. We really like going on long trips. And people are like, are you glad to be home. And I'm like, no, not really. I really enjoy being on the road. So now we have the Casita.
We got really lucky finding that because they're hard to find. Typically, they make them in Texas, sell them from Texas. People order them like a year in advance. And we found one like an hour and a half away. And so we really felt like we couldn't pass it up. It's in great condition. The guy that had it before them, I think he was the original owner, and he did some little upgrades to it here and there. We're really loving it. But yes, we wanted something really sturdy. So this is completely fiberglass all the way around. And it's sturdy. It's insulated. So we can even camp when it's cold outside. We took the Casita on a long trip too, and that's really fun. I'll let Polly tell you about that one too.
We went to Colorado for 17 days. We started out in southern Colorado, the Great Sand Dunes National Park. I would suggest going there if you possibly can. It was a really cool area. There's lots of natural hot springs down there we didn't realize.
Yeah.
The quirky campground we stayed at, the Olympic-sized pool was heated with hot springs, and then they had a separate adult-only area that had all these natural hot spring tubs and a gourmet chef restaurant, which is really kind of strange but really good.
Yeah.
So we had a really good time at Sand Dunes, and we do plan on going back there. We went from there to Colorado Springs. Absolutely gorgeous. Colorado Springs is a must-see. We went to Denver. Denver was okay, but we're a big El Presidente One Bite pizza fans. So we wanted to stop in there. And also Red Rocks is there, and it's just a dream of mine to go to a concert at Red Rocks. And even if you can't go see a show there, it's a park, so anybody can go as long as there's not a show going on, and you can hang out. And they were tuning up for a concert, which is pretty cool. Some very interesting people there, I must say.
It really was.
So we went from there to Estes Park, which is the entrance to the great... help me out here.
You're asking me to help you out. People that know me and watching this are laughing too.
The Rocky Mountains. I keep wanting to say the Smokies, but the Rocky Mountain National Park is at Estes Park. We stayed at a KOA there, which we absolutely enjoyed.
It was so fun.
Get ready, it's $150 a night to camp there, but a hotel's $450 a night.
Yeah.
But we loved the KOA and had such a good time. We found some freshwater streams to swim in, just hang out. So then we went from there to Fort Collins. Fort Collins is a beautiful place. Went up to Cheyenne, Wyoming, and checked it out up there. I went to a bison ranch and fed bison on this old homemade crickety train they built, which was total fun, total Americana.
Yes, yeah.
So we had a blast.
We did. We had so much fun. And again, did not want to come home, but guess what? We worked. And but guess what? We don't now.
Nope.
So we woke up. Well, we didn't wake up. We went to bed. And before we went to bed, we were getting ready to go to bed, adjust the air conditioner.
Last night here.
Last night, yes. No air conditioner. So one of the things that's been finicky since we bought this Casita is the air conditioner. And I don't think it's any fault of Casita. The first owner that I told you about that did a lot of little things, he did something weird with the wiring. So it's always been kind of finicky. Like sometimes it'd go out, but we could get it back on. Hadn't had any problems until last night on this trip. And luckily it hasn't been like crazy hot here in Branson. I think today maybe had been the hottest day.
85 is the hottest it's been.
Yeah.
It's usually been in low 80s.
So we're like, oh boy. So we turned on the fan, and you know what? We made it. It was fine. We didn't get to do as much today as we wanted to on our last day here because we have Henry. And, you know, Henry, he gets up in there in the AC. So he didn't have AC today. But we put a huge fan in there, also a little fan. We opened up the exhaust, and he was fine. We did leave for a couple of hours, and we went shopping at some really cool thrift shops, and we really enjoyed that. This is an awesome campground. It's called Ants Creek.
It is.
And it's aunt, like your relative aunt. And we are so close to the water. The water's up really high, and it has risen more while we have been here. We did buy Henry a life jacket, and we got out in the water today, and he loved it. And the life jacket just makes me feel a little better because he's like, if we're in the water, he's going to be in the water. He doesn't want to be away from us. So that was so much fun. Anyway, we just had a great time.
We've had to interrupt our trip. We got to go back home tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And I've contacted a friend who does HVAC, and he said he can fix it. But, you know, we don't know if we're going to have parts and stuff like that. But we're going to jump in the Tramper and head down to Little Rock, because that was our next stop was Toadsuck down in Arkansas. So we can't go to Toadsuck, so we're going to head back home and at the minimum grab the little camper. I call it the little camper. They're both little, but grab the little camper, and we're headed back to Little Rock. We're going to Little Rock. We're not going to slow down, so it's kind of cool having two campers.
Yeah, and I'm like, you know what? The bright side is it didn't go out until like the day before we were leaving here. I mean, that could have happened at a better time. It's not overly hot, and guess what? We're retired. We can go to Toadsuck anytime we want. So that feels good. I hope you've watched some of our other videos. We have had a great time. Check us out at Paula Dean's restaurant. It was so delicious. That was our second trip there. We've been to the one in Savannah, Georgia, too. They both taste exactly the same. A little bit different on the decor and whatnot, but it was wonderful. The food was wonderful. I have some other videos to post later. I have one, we went to Bass Pro and went to the museum there and the aquariums. It was amazing. It was just so cool. And then
it's pricey, but it's worth it. I mean, when it first started, I was like, I'm not sure about this, but I was like, yeah, it was worth it. I would definitely suggest going there.
Yes. So catch that video when I get it up. We went to Dick's Five and Dime. That's just for nostalgia. We always took our boys there when they were younger. What else have we done that's on video that you can watch? Silver Dollar City. We went there twice, and that was so much fun. And we went and saw David. If you all are in the vicinity, go see David. It's amazing.
Even if you're not, it is worth it.
It's worth the trip, yeah. Even if you have to drive 5 or 6 hours, it's worth the trip.
It is a Las Vegas worthy production. It is something. It's amazing.
And then we went and saw an illusionist too, and I can't remember his name.
Reza.
Reza, yeah, Reza.
He was good.
He was really good. We enjoyed that. So we've had a great time. If you have anything you would like to see or any questions or comments about the Casita or traveling, just put your comments below because we will get back to you. We have these awesome shirts. Back that thing up. If you want one of these, I can hook you up. It says Mazes on the Move on the back. So fun. Thanks for watching Mazes on the Move. We'll catch you later.
Don't forget to subscribe and like.
Oh, yeah.
Please.
Please do.
Bye, y'all.